all aboard. And looking at finances, because we just went past into 2006, and we're going to park it for a second. Why? Well, this is episode 99. 99. The double nine has been reached. Next episode's a landmark. My first sequence sessions to make it to 100 episodes. So we will be doing a special 100 episode, longer, and possibly the end game, because we're down under 20 years to go. 19, in fact, less than. So we're going to burn a lot of that time today. We're looking good. We're at 100,000, or 100 million, I should say, net wealth. The net wealth chart, while it had flattened, has been growing. And we need to take and keep doing that. Profit 3.1, that's good. I think we need to beat 5 in order to win the scenario, though. So we need to find 2 million more in Prof. And do it on the cheap. So what's the best way to do that? Well, this line right here is our best bet. And we're going to go ahead and let it roll. It is our high-speed line. We're going to have to do some changes. And I'm going to make an announcement that, yes, the next game, I will be posting a special video here shortly. Because what does board games have that computer games don't always have? House rules. I've got a set of index cards with house rules for the companies. The things they can and cannot do. And we're going to play the next game within those house rules. We'll also make up a card for Calico Chaotic. So my rule is 3 to 6 rules that they have to abide by, a play style, and a statement as to whether or not, if it is a multiplayer game, whether or not they are willing to share lines, willingly, unwillingly, or are the kind that will state that, no, we're taking you to court on the government, telling them what to do. So that's what I'm kind of looking at. That's 3 minutes killed here in this video. We're going to go a little long because it is 99. And let's get started. First thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to expand this bridge. Why? Because this is going to become our main line. Straight on in and into here. And we're going to start laying that main line right now on all the stretches that matter. How are we going to do this? Well, we're going to do a shift over right here and then a merge here. But first we need a dirt road. Why? Well, we got to have a way around for our oil trucks relaying from the pump. Wait till he's cleared the bridge. I've already gotten that little achievement of goofing up and destroying a bridge, trying to destroy a bridge with a train that was on it, or a vehicle. We're going to build a wider bridge, and now we can straighten and connect this line. That done, now it's time to do the one bit of line separation that I do need to do, which is coming out of here. We're going to shorten this. I'm going to connect him over, and this line is about to be electrified. we're also going to take out this signal. Why? Because that signal in that spot is now problematic. This is no longer going to be a signaled the way it was. It's going to be signaled a different way, two-way signaled. And we're going to take out a few sections of rail here. Why? Again, same reason. We are looking at doing some major changes to the setup. Our spur is no longer going to come down to connect the way he used to. He's going to come on this side. So that signal's now useless where it's at and needs to be brought back to here. This section can now be popped because we're going to connect in shortly after the shift. This allows elimination of this stretch, and we need to go to a much faster section of line along the whole of this train, because this is about to become a true high-speed masterpiece line. We're going to take it out here. And again, we may need to reconfigure this bridge. Matter of fact, we don't just may, we know we do. So let's go ahead and reconfigure that bridge. Again, laying the dirt road to build a detour, throw a temporary bridge across, which we will take out, and bring the dirt road back in. Now we can drop the bridge, clean it up a little bit, and begin setting up for our new alignment like this. Connect back in the road just to be safe, because I do not trust anything that happens. Now we can drop the detour route. We got lucky, there was no truck vehicles by, so I'm just going to go ahead and take out the detour. Normally I would leave it, but this is not one of those games. Nor is it one of the games for that. We'll take out the road stretches as they get going, and now make certain that this guy actually did connect across by doing that. We're also going to see if we speed up our trucks a little bit, if we get a little bit better production. And we're going to blow the dirt road right there. Speeding up the road is working, so we're going to go ahead and do that all the way in. Our oil road now is much faster. We're going to temporarily retire the other passenger line here. So clicking on here, we're going to go to connections, and that's the Bad Dude's Charger. Bad Dude's Charger, partially filled. We're going to go ahead and tell him to please go ahead and unload only. And once he's unloaded, we'll send him to the depot. Sorry for the delay there. Speed run it to get him in to the new spot. And Bad Dude's Charger is actually doing the full line that we want. So we're going to turn off the unload. What's that other guy doing? That's a good question. Because that should be the packs. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and do the high speed runs here. Get him going so that he's going at the right levels. Bad Dudes is on the wrong setup, so we are going to go ahead and tell him where he's empty. Go to the nearest depot. We've had it with you for a little bit. Rotate so we can see what we're doing into the station here. And we're going to build up the station a little bit better than it was before for both stations. For the looper and for our new coming high-speed rail. We're not going to take and leave this bridge because this bridge will be too slow. So we're going to drop the bridge and do a fast replacement with something that can handle very high-speed trains. We're going to make it wider and longer. Thus, the guy can take 200, and that's going to make him a lot better. The 450 doesn't need to be put out there yet. We're not there. Get the last bits of electrification laid onto the lines. And then ensure that we've got everything set up before we get going too much further. Electrify the tunnel and electrify back in. We're also going to need from the dispatch that we're going to be functioning from the capability to connect him in. With that said, now we can go find this guy and tell him that your days on the road are done. Retire. We don't need you anymore. We're going to replace you with something faster and much, much better. Can do another slight double rotate, almost back to normal, so that we can see the station that we're going into. Make certain that it's electrified all the way to the back, and then upgrade that terminal to a 4 length. This should eliminate the Bad Dude's Charger as well. We won't need this for a pickup, which will reduce the amount of time we've got out there with partial loads. Now for the fun part. That old line. Let's go take a look at them. And we'll get to it the fast way here by going to the passengers. We're looking at Bad Dude's Charger, who should be going. He's in the hole, so we don't have to worry about him yet. But we do have to worry about the Ashfield train. On its way to 21st Grand Central Station. And once he reaches there, which we're going to speed run him in, we can begin the fix that really needed to be done on this line. Because it wasn't laid out right the first time. Go back to our normal north configuration so we can see what we're doing. And we're going to send him straight into Ashlock from now on. Ashlock will become primary. All the way to the back. We're doing an insert stop. Actually, we're going to do a add stop. We need to make this a 4-walling station, and it needs to be an improved station. So we've gotten an improvement at our station at Devil's Tooth Park. We're also going to need an improvement here, and where we're taking out the bad dude's charger, we need to see who else services Dudsworth's. That's a passenger line. Or. All good. Okay. So it's just the charger and, of course, the train coming in momentarily. This means we can now take out the old original station and upgrade to a more modern station right here. We also need to do something else that we haven't done yet. What is that? We need to relocate this line one more time. He's going to come straight from here to here, through here, then in, so that he will be an angle line. We're going to electrify this and take out a bunch of construction that we found out we really didn't need. This gives him a high-speed curve. He's only going to have the one tough curve now. And that's coming out of Devil's Tooth Park, to go to Ashlock. Back over to here. Let's go ahead and start scheduling this train. It's going to come to here. And then he's going to rock it right on in. You know, we could take out some of the jogs, but at the same time, I kind of like them. I do think, however, taking out those jogs might be an advantage for us. So we are going to do it. But after we start running the train. He's made it to Grand Central. Then he's going to go back to here and back to here. At Ashlock, we are going to hold for a 50% load. And at 21st, it is 100% load time for this train. Why? Because this guy ain't going to be cheap. It's time to look at the electrics. What do we have here? Top speed, 220. Let's do him. 4 clicks, $4 a click, $2.50 for the other, 15 for the lead, or for the rear. So, the front, 3 passengers, and that guy. Total capacity 237. Nope, I don't like that. Let's go. 1, 2 more. Now we're there. Our top speed at 206 is still considerably better than anything we've had on the rails up until now. So I'm happy with it. We're going to set him to the Ashlock Mallowfield PAX rail. And we will note that this is now the high-speed PAX rail. So we're going to have to go in and do that minor adjustment. The electrospeeder still can't find a route. Somewhere we have a break in something. What do we have a break in? Well, could be any number of things. So we're just going to relay all of our dangerous parts and take out any and all signals along the line. So let's make certain there are no signals left along this line. Should be good. We've got two-way signals on either side here for the dispatch. This guy can go bye-bye because nothing connects after those points. There he goes. It was the signals. All right. The question is, will it indeed be as good as we want him to be? Oops. We need to take a ride along, don't we? So let's ride along. As we can see, he's doing only 120. Why? Something's wrong. Something's very, very wrong. He's going to load up to all 381 passengers very quickly. Let's see if it makes max speed or tops out at 120. And while he's doing that, we're going to go ahead and remove all those connection lines, because we no longer need these lines. And there's why. We're on the wrong catenaries. Let's upgrade our cats. Upgrading the catenaries gets us to the type of speeds we should be seeing on this line. I didn't realize I had to have upgraded catenaries till just then. There he goes. And he's approaching max speed. He was running at about 180. Cool. Now we're not going to take and upgrade the catenaries in the high speed section yet. Why? We've got an issue to deal with. And that issue, frankly, is straightening this part here. And also doing one other thing that I am seriously happy to announce. And that is, once he gets back down here, we're going to let him sit for a minute, blow the line, despite my distaste for doing such a thing, and build a high-speed tunnel. Why? Because that tunnel can only do that speed, the 120 speed. Bring him all the way through. Watching that speed, 120, we're past that, 150, 170, and coming into the station. Leaving that station, unfortunately, fully loaded, so we may have to build a secondary line down the road to suit this vehicle. The secondary station, the whole 9 yards. The curves in the slow tunnel kill us, of course, as does the climb. And while he's doing that, we're going to knock it out for a moment. And we're going to blow this section of line right here. And do a dig. Why are we doing the dig? Well, it's kind of important that we get this guy a nice, clean, level stretch of rail to operate on. Lay them high-speed cats back onto that line through the tunnel. There's a break right there on the rail. We got to fix it. I could just barely see it. Hope you did. Hope you saw it before I did, so that you can laugh at me. With the line now deployed, we can unleash him to finish his loading and begin operations as a high-speed rail, making buku bucks, hopefully. Full loads was 3,400 round trip, but that also includes initial dispatch. So we're looking good. We're going to keep looking at it as we do something else. Now we need to take and set him up for future setup. And that means clearing this. Take out the old line, including the tunnel, right there. Why? Because we're about to take and enter the age of the dual high-speed mainline rail. Put in that new high-speed tunnel right there. Have a crossover. This is one of our cross dispatch spots. This will become a crossover right there. Come into here. A very high-end platform inside this guy. For long. And properly electrified. There we go. Now we can do the fun part of putting a choose signal there. That will let him choose the line, and he may choose to come into that station from now on until we do our full upgrades down the road. So we're set. We'll have a little bit of reconfigure here to pull this station out and this station out a little bit and retarget when we do our others, and we'll have to bowl the road even further back. At that time, I'm going to move the bus stop from Dudsworth Stop over to the Dudsworth smelting yard. But for right now, we're just going to let him load and run and enjoy. And folks, let's see how good of a profit run he gets. And we're watching our monthly finances at the same time on a profit chart, closing out the net wealth. And just what did that train, that one train, do for us? He's annihilating it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have found our next step towards profitability, I hope. Looking good. He's still targeted out on the main line, which is good, the main initial station. $208 as a low. This is going to be great. And he's filling faster, you may notice. We're going to have to improve bus service to feed this guy in Malafield when we come back for the 100th episode, which will be next week sometime, midweek, when we will possibly do either 100 or 101 as the run to the end game. And it is here. We are getting close on the Fixit game to its determination point. 77,000 last month, not good. When that train runs full up on multiple runs, we are cleaning clock. Something fierce. When it doesn't, this line is going to cost us a fortune. So we will need to take and do some things. Stepping it down, it expanded. One of our others, our top speed is 201.7. I think we're good to go. We'll deal with the rest later. And start the expansion work on the high-speed rail down the road. It's going to require some changes because we'll have to reconfigure this line over one and recreate a couple other lines. We'll also want to see if we can get some sort of a curve that comes out a little bit cleaner here. But we'll see. I'm Callie Jack. This has been How Not to Game with Callie Jack, episode 99 in the Simitran sessions called The Devil's Towers Fixit 1969 game. Have a better day than I'm having.